6 p.m. Hopefully, you got some time for a good old Ben here to chat it up with Benjamin. Chat it up, talking about fragrances. Did y'all have a happy weekend? Did you have a happy New Year's? Did you have a happy holidays with the Christmas? I hope that everything was all right on your end. I hope that everybody was safe, everybody's healthy, everybody's happy, and best wishes to you. And if you're just popping in or if you watch the recording, you know, best wishes to you. Hope that life turns out really good and make our dreams happen. 2021. Let's make those dreams happen. So, this is a very informal time. This I do this once a week. Again, this is a Saturday. Everybody's been doing their holiday shopping. Special sales. I know that everybody's got lots of things to do. People are probably boozing it up and partying it up. I don't know if you got time. I don't know if you want to hang out here, but if you do want to pop in, I'm here. So, how's it doing? Just stretching a little bit. Actually, I've been working really hard today. I've been going full throttle, full octane, as people say, and I managed. I got like two videos out today. Not only did I record a video, but I uploaded and processed and everything, and put together two videos today. My regular one and the Ruthless Fragrance tag. Hopefully, y'all see that. Jump on that after this, or maybe if you have the ability to do so and you're watching this live or watching the replay, go back and search the Ruthless Fragrance tag. There's a new fragrance reviewer. Well, I think she came from Instagram. A lot of these people are coming from Instagram. It's really funny to see where fragrance reviewers come from. Again, I came from Fragrantica, but it seems like she's coming from Instagram, and she's called Ruth's Gifted Hands. And she reached out to me. I actually like collaborating, but it really depends on if the tag is kind of ridiculous or not. But it's kind of based on her name, so it is going to boost her. But oh, I mean, I'm happy to support and try to build up other people in the fragrance community. That's what I'm all about. I care about other people, and I kind of got to do two tags in one. Bro Sense, I think it's Braux, Brokes Sense, reached out to me almost like a year ago. It was a long time ago, and I'm have to say sorry to him, but I essentially, did his tag, and his video, his tag was supposed to be, top 5 or 10 or whatever masculine sense. So I kind of did two videos in one, and kind of did that. So I see four people here. How are you doing? Please say hello. Anyways, yeah. So I've been full throttle today. Been working hard. I feel kind of satisfied. You know that feeling when you've been working hard, when you've been putting your axe to the grind, as they say back in the day. Um, putting that hard work out there, you feel a little bit satisfied. So, Katie, happy to see you, Katie. So good to see you. It's great when content providers collaborate and assist one another. It makes it such fun. Yeah, it can be a lot of fun. Some of the tags are a little bit funny. Like a while ago, there was like the seven vices type of sin. I meant a type of video, which nothing's wrong with that, but that's getting kind of like into Christianity and stuff, and I don't know. and but some of them are nice, some of them are funny, but they can be entertaining. I'm always interested to see what are they, are the videos fun for us, or are people watching them, is it enjoyable? We know it helps with the algorithm when we all post similar content and talk and hype about similar things. Stick to perfume. Yeah, yeah, definitely. My channel's about sticking to perfume, and if we all stick together, that's the biggest thing. Was if we stick together, we all, we all strengthen each other. Here, YouTube's an algorithm. It's a funny thing. So maybe for some, perfume is religion. It's true. Hey, almost anything can be a religion. Yeah, I mean that's a valid point. I'm sure that I haven't seen anybody that does that, but I'm sure that you could. And I guess more power to the people who do. Anyways, I do usually don't do top tens, but I've been feeling recently in a little bit of a top 10 mood. I don't know if that's gonna stay. I don't know if that's something y'all like or if y'all dislike. But that's one thing did want to mention with my fragrance channel. That I mean, I usually don't do top tens, but if I feel passionate about something, if I feel like it's helpful or it's beneficial, or if it's something I really want to talk about, I'll do the top 10. But I don't play the top 10 game. usually with just playing around with words and mixing with the same fragrances over and over and over. So I actually have some more top tens coming down the pipeline in the future, but y'all know I'm definitely not going to make every video a top 10 or every other video. Who knows how often I'll do them? Once a week? Who knows? We'll have to see. I've talked about that before. Anyways, did everybody have a good weekend? I mean, is everybody having a good time? I mean, are y'all partying it up? Have y'all had a full week of ho- celebration? Again, I don't know how if everybody's indoors or not anyway, so I don't know. It is kind of weird. Sometimes you lose track of time. Sometimes you don't know what day it is. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, Friday. There was a couple hours where I thought it was Monday. It's we've been stuck indoors, and this year's been crazy. And then it's the new year with 2017. It's crazy. But anyways, any thoughts? Any questions? Any feedback, guys? I have to tell y'all, I got some amazing content coming for you guys. I'm interested to know. It's still winter, but do y'all look forward? I always look forward to the next month, or I look forward to buying or talking about. When I watch fragrance reviews, I'm more interested in seeing fragrances almost for the next season. Of course, I want to see people's favorites, their top tens, sometimes, and I want to see all that. But it's winter now, but I want to see fragrances in the spring. Like looking forward to what I can buy, what I can wear, and that gets me excited. Do y'all do that, or is that something y'all are into? I'm curious to know. Anyways, my friends, any thoughts, questions, thoughts, feelings? So I'm just trying to relax right now. We could talk about some fragrances. Are there any on your mind? Any new brands? We can go to Fragrantica again, which is always fun. Sorry about touching the screen there. Trying to get my Wi-Fi up and all that. We can talk about some fragrance news. Is that something y'all interested in? Let me know. Let me know what you think. What you say. What do you have to say? Anyways, guys. And so I'm just, I guess, a little bit whimsical right now. I'm a little bit happy. I don't know why I'm happy, but I am happy, and feel satisfied. At least right now. I got big goals, got big dreams. I've been trying to meditate, think about my dreams, think about the future, make those dreams happen. I hope that y'all have some hope and some dreams and some goals because, you know, who knows? We might be stuck indoors. We might, there might be all kinds of problems that go on into the future. We don't know all the details, and those can be real problems, but if we work towards our goals and don't let anything hold us down. I like the little motto, no chains on me, that we're gonna make it. So anyways, let's go to the news section of Fragrantica. Y'all want to talk about that? Winter is a great time to chill out and sample scents. It is. And because the cold doesn't allow your fragrance to project as much, it almost allows you to test fragrance's performance almost a little bit better. Because, with the high heat and the high temperatures, it makes the fragrance evaporate and project better. So sometimes it's hard to evaluate. When you got the fragrances restricted a little bit, it almost helps you understand performance and projection almost a little bit better. It's kind of funny that way. Let's see. How do you say your name there? I always say it wrong. Sweet. Happy to see you. Lemon Delights in the house. Hey, says hi. Do you like scented candles? Scented candles are nice. I haven't really collected them. I don't really have a desire to collect scented candles, but I think they're a nice thing to have in the house. I think they're a good thing. But am I going to have 50 candles? I don't have any intention to. But I do think it's nice that some are luxurious. But again, I don't know how much it costs to make a candle. The wax isn't too expensive. There is high quality expensive wax, but I don't know. For me, I don't know if I want to. If you look at the luxurious, high quality candles, I don't know if I want to pay $100 plus for a candle. But that's just me. I know that some people out there probably they do. I mean, lots of people do. Tenzion Terenzi started as a candle maker, as far as I know. So, anyways, Ronald says, "Evening, scent of the night, La Male Le Parfum." How's that working for you? I think that's going to become a big compliment getter, and I think it's gonna. I hope it's not forgotten about. I think it has big potential. It's one of those fragrances that you probably might wear more for the date night or at nighttime wear, and I hope that it's not forgotten about. Getting into 2020 when people can actually start getting outside, and life gets back more to normal for most people. Say, hey, Scott, you're the man. Hey, you're the man too. Thank you. Hope that you're all right over there. Everything's good going for you, Scott, my friend. Gam says, hey, buddy, I hope you had a good New Year. Me too. I mean, I did, and I hope you did as well. How's life been treating you, my friend? Did you get to relax? I've been taking it kind of easy. Ate a little bit too much chocolate. Been trying to balance the chocolate with drinking unsweetened tea, so I can kind of justify it to myself a little bit. But I've gotten off the chocolate, but I've eaten most of that chocolate I got for the holidays. So, I have to keep myself down. That's one reason I like getting the really like the 70 or 80% because you feel satisfied and you get tons of that bitterness right off the bat. If it's just a milk chocolate, you can eat so many calories. It's just a mess. Hey buddy, I read that. Some do seem exorbitant. Yeah, with the candles. I don't know if y'all have looked at luxuriant, high quality name brand luxury candles before, but I've seen some. I'm sure that there's some more expensive than 200, but I've seen some approach that mark. I haven't seen a lot many candles that are over the 200, but to me that's crazy. I mean, candles are nice. Candles are a good experience and they do last a good long while, especially if you trim the wicks and you only burn the candle when you really want to smell the scent. But like for that amount of money, I almost would want to buy the pure oils, and put them into a diffuser because if you're using it for aromatherapy, yes, candles work and yes, candles are beautiful, but you get more of your money's worth if you're using an aroma diffuser with essential oils. At least I think you would. So I'm sure somebody out there is going to disagree, but anyways, favorite fragrances from the House of Arabian Oud and Amouage. Honestly, I don't have too much experience with the House of Arabian Oud. I did buy the Calamot Black. They call it Cert El Cot or something like that. And on their website, I forget if there's two versions of Calamot or not. Anyways, look for the Calamot, the whatever I just said. I remember. But it's a nice fragrance. It's an amber vanilla combo. It's very, very nice. Honestly, I personally like my Oud Vanilla from Bourdois even better. I think it's higher quality and I like how it smells better. But, they're nice. And I've heard really good things from a number of fragrances of Arabian Oud. Also, do keep an eye open for the deals. Arabian Oud does have some nice deals out there, so keep an eye open for that for sure. Um, let's see. Dastardly, good to see you, my friend. What's your picture profile of it? Always reminds me of Wario. I'm not sure if that is. Is that Wario from Mario? From Nintendo? That's always looking nice. Good to see it, Dastardly. Jacob, Arabian Night is awesome. Yeah, I've heard good things about it. I can't attest to it, but I've only heard really good things about them for the most part. I'm a dark chocolate fan. I am too. I like dark chocolate food, and I like it in fragrances. I'm guilty. Y'all know how much I like Mugler, Pure Tonka, and there's a lot of dark fragrances I need to try. What is that called? Dark Heart of Old Havana by 4160 Tuesdays I need to try. What's your ranking regarding fragrance one fragrances? If you're asking about Jeremy fragrances releases, I've only tried the original. I haven't tried Date for Men. I haven't tried what didn't he release like a new one? How many does he have out now? There's the original one, there's Date. I want to say that there's Office, there's there's Date. I want to say that there's another one, and maybe there's a feminine one. So are there four from Jeremy? Or are there only three? I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Regarding one, you could be talking about Dolce Gabbana the one. I'm not really sure which one you're asking about. What is your ranking regarding fragrance one? If you're asking about Jeremy Fragrance's Office for Men, I think they're over. I mean, I haven't tried the new ones, but I'm assuming that they're the same quality. I think you're paying a lot for the name. Yes, it was made by Master Perfumer, but is it worth the money? In my opinion, no. But are they bad fragrances? I'm not trying to say that. They're just too expensive for what they're charging. So, office date, unisex, black tie. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. They're not bad. But again, Jeremy Fragrance is just so popular that that's one reason people talk about his brand and that they even know about those fragrances. There's lots of great niche houses out there. There's lots of great fragrances that I explore and that I talk about that are significantly, more affordable or even better values for money and all that kind of stuff. So, I don't know that again, if Office for Men or Jeremy Fragrance's offerings make you happy, more power to you. But they're not for me. I'm not gonna buy them or any of that. So, Jacob, cheers, checking it out now. Absolutely. And if you want to talk about dark chocolate fragrances or any fragrances in specific, this is the perfect opportunity, guys. Ask away. Ask away. So, guys, let's talk about some new fragrances. Are y'all ready? You ready for some new fragrances? And again, introduce a topic. Introduce something y'all want to talk about. Um, One of the things before we jump into the fragrance news, one of the things I wanted to talk about is going into 2020 is going to the fragrance game is completely going to change. And we already know that there's always I mean the fragrance world's always changing. I mean it always is, but I think that, we've already seen last year an influx of people. I talked about this a little bit this morning on my Instagram. We had a lot of people come in 2020, a lot of new fragrance enthusiasts and a lot of new fragrance reviewers, and it's a great thing. It's a good thing. Yes, in a sense, if you're thinking about the YouTube algorithm, is it competition? Perhaps, but it builds us all up as a community. We're all gonna, especially if we're doing tag videos and encouraging each other and mentioning each other and that kind of stuff. The fragrance community and on YouTube and in general is just going to continue to grow. I'm excited to see new faces, enthusiasm, and passion. I've already seen some new passionate fragrance people in the fragrance game, and I'm excited to see them grow. And I'm excited to see them join. I've seen some people here and there get annoyed. I'm not gonna say drop names or anything. One time I said like Centaur fragrance approved, like thumbs up approved, and I was kind of joking about it, but I thought the fragrance was amazing, and that's why I said it. But you can tell and catch on sometimes when people are talking out of the side of their mouth, and they were kind of talking about me, thinking like, who am I to say it's approved or not? The gold seal of approval from Benjamin here at Centaur Fragrance. He didn't say it directly, but he was talking indirectly. But some people aren't going to feel that way, as fragrance reviewers. But if we all come together, we're all going to love each other, and it's going to be good for everybody. Are the big fragrance reviewers? Might it be tougher for them? Not really. Honestly, YouTube, the algorithm supports people with the authority, and the people who already are, growing, they're going to grow faster. And but who knows? Maybe YouTube's always changing things. Maybe YouTube will change it up. And but anyways, that's a whole big discussion if y'all want to dive into that. Shag Oud, is that what you're talking about? Let me get into the comments. Shag Oud and Lancome Oud Bouquet are dark chocolate fragrances. Oud Bouquet, I get a little bit of that. It doesn't feel particularly like a dark chocolate, but I could see where that is. Umaguma is one that if you like Oud Bouquet, try Umaguma by Bruno Fazzolari. That feels like more of a dark chocolate fragrance to me. Shaghoff, yeah. Did you intend? I did. It was online this year though. I was there. It was a lot of fun, and got to hear and talk and listen to a bunch of great people in the fragrance world, in the fragrance community, and I mean hear more about these brands and their passion and where they started and some of their new releases. It was a lot of fun. I have to tell y'all, it was a lot of fun. Love some. Let's see here. Scent Explorer was great, so I recommend y'all go to it if you can. Again, it's easy to do things online, and I kind of like it that way. But I mean, I guess it's not the same as meeting somebody in person and all that. But Olfactory Zone says some people need to grow up and just do their own thing. Just be supportive. Yeah, I agree. If you don't like seeing new people in the fragrance community, doing all of that and, being successful. Again, I've been surpassed many times and I don't get mad about it anymore. I was kind of annoyed about it because I knew some of these people and I encouraged a couple of them to even start their channels and I never got mentioned or anything, but you just let those things go and you do your own thing. And if you're happy with who you are and what you're doing, that's what really matters. And you're going to make friends along the way. Is everybody going to be your friend? No. Are there going to be clicks? Yes. And I don't want to take shots at anybody, but I've already seen a couple of clicks going. And I mean, it's natural. I mean, some of us think similarly and talk similarly. Maybe as some of us are from a certain area or a certain place, and we relate to each other and connect to each other a little bit better. So I understand clicks happen, but I hope that they never exclude other people. You might have a group of people, a bunch of fragrance reviewers who think a certain style of fragrance or like certain things or talk a certain way, but never should exclude other people. And there's the potential for that, but I don't think we're going to do that. I don't think that's going to be really be a problem. But you can tell. I mean, just look at some of these lives. There's 10, 20 fragrance reviewers from one certain place or have kind of like the same things, and they're all buddy buddy, and hopefully everybody has their arms outstretched to each other and cares about each other. So I think for the most part everything will be good though. Um, but let's see. Therapeutic Fragrance says, "What's up, Ben? Shout out to Therapeutic Fragrance. Y'all know about him. He's, in my opinion, Therapeutic Fragrance is the Oud King. If I'm remembering you right, Therapeutic Fragrance, my friend, I could Google that right now just to double check. But if I'm pretty sure you're the Oud King. I used to listen to my Mickers, and there was a few people out there. The names aren't coming to me, but there's a couple guys. There's Exotic Scents used to talk about Oud a good bit, and he's a pretty cool guy. But you Therapeutic Fragrance. Let me double check. Anyways, I might not be able to find it, but anyways, any questions for me? Any thoughts? Shout out to you, my friend. So let's see. What's up, Ben? Just received Jubilation 25 from your recommendation. Still trying to understand it. No, I hope that you like Jubilation 25. If it, not everybody's going to like everything. If you blind bought it off my recommendation, for some people, Jubilation 25 is a little bit unusual. It all depends on you. For me, Jubilation 25 is very easy to wear. Jubilation 25 is something it's very fancy. I do want to save it for fancy situations and fancy occasions. But do I feel like the fragrance is hard to wear, challenging, difficult to wear? No, not for me personally. It's fancy. If I had the money and if I felt like I was bougie or fancy enough, I'd wear Jubilation 25 like any day, every day. But I hope that you grow to like it. I hope that it makes sense to you. Again, I don't know what your collection's like and all that. So I did make a video recently on, I think I've released it. Mass appealing fragrances are ones that are gonna, can get you the compliments. The top 10 releases of 2020 that I found that are mass appealing. Hopefully, y'all saw that video. I thought that was a pretty important video. Again, I like the coffees and the tobaccos and the ouds and some of the dark fragrances, but I wanted to make that list for you, just for you people. And again, if I do make a top 10 list, it's got to be impactful. I think it's got to matter. I think it's got to have an important message and actually do something for you instead of just being, here's 10 fragrances and it's the same old thing over and over. So hopefully that was something enjoyable. So let's see here. Ben, I got your back. I appreciate that. Let me jump to the comments here. I love Bittersweet by Tokyo Milk. I'll have to try that one. I've heard good things about Tokyo Milk. I've only really heard good things and some enthusiasm here and there popping up. So that's awesome. I'll have to check that. And Tokyo Milk. Do y'all have a lot of experience with that? Have y'all tried that fragrance a lot? So let's see here. Sorry, I'm looking up something for you guys. Yeah, I was just double checking. Yeah, therapeutic fragrance. You're the king of oud, and if you want oud, if you or learn about oud, he's definitely a very knowledgeable nose. Definitely look him up. So here could be a community. Or should be a community. What do you mean? What do you mean by that, Katie? No better time to get into fragrance. Oh, absolutely. You know, if you like fragrance, if you already have a lot of fragrances on your hand, and you like talking, making friends, and you want to be social, I mean, some of these people out there have never made channels, and they have I mean, they have 500 fragrances, or they're very knowledgeable about fragrances. You know, you don't have to, but I'd love to see you join the fragrance community. If you got time on your hands, if you're indoors, if you don't know what to do with yourself, it's not the easiest thing to do to get in front of a camera, talk to a cell phone, or talk to a camera, or you're talk to your computer. But you know, it's a wonderful way to connect and make friends, and absolutely join in. Let's see. Sorry about that. Centurion, Happy New Year. Absolutely. Happy New Year to everybody. If you haven't heard me say it to you yet, Happy New Year from me to you. I care about you guys. Thank you for being a friend. Therapeutic Fragrance, appreciate the thoughts, not trying to be the king. Oh, I know. I know that you're not try you're a very humble guy. You're very down to earth and Therapeutic Fragrance. And I know that you would never say that you're the king. And I know that you would never try to say that you're I don't know. From what I can tell, I don't think you'd ever try to say you're better than anybody else. You're a very good guy, but I'm just saying that I wanted to call you that. Uh, you know, he's out here exploring, going deep. You know, no, very knowledgeable about ouds. Makes his own oud tinctures, and is in contact with a lot of the people internationally who sell the oils, who sell the wood. And I think you've started your own company, or maybe you've thought about it. I'm excited to see what you might do. And see, I've talked about that too. This is a launch. This is a launch pad. You know, when you put yourself out there and you take advantage of YouTube, whatever it be, whether it be Twitch, whether it be Instagram, and you have a passion and you have a hobby, you can launch yourself like a rocket and get somewhere. You know, help yourself get an audience or build yourself up or do something like that, and really grow if that's something you want to do, if you have that type of intention. Again, not everybody wants to do that, but there's big potential for it for sure. What is a fragrance that is just too challenging to wear? Um, Elephant, probably elephant or rhino is one of them that I wanted to like by zoologist, but to me they're kind of approaching. Rhino was leathery, elephant had that green herbaceous uh, quality with patchouli. Both of them were going in a direction that I really like. That I actually was really excited to try them, and I wanted to try them for almost a year. And I was hoping that though I would fall in love with them, but they're just not for me. And I respect them, but they're difficult to wear and they just don't do it for me. So hey, yeah, that's it's those are some of the ones that are too challenging. I have tried a number of oud fragrances that they're too animalic for me personally, too barnyardish. Usually fragrances aren't too challenging. It usually has to be something with them being like either medicinal or the clove or some floral note that I don't like. I don't like yellow aldehydes. I usually dislike ylang ylang completely. If ylang ylang isn't a fragrance, I just usually just avoid it, honestly. But sometimes I try them, and sometimes they're nice. But I don't like Immortelle, and the both Immortelle and ylang are used in the heart of fragrances to, they kind of brighten up a fragrance or make it light, but they're very multifaceted. They have lots of all kinds of aspects and qualities about them, and they can really support and you can really build a fragrance on, Immortelle and Ylang Ylang and make it fascinating and kind of wearable for a lot of people, and but yet kind of deep and just kind of that make things really balanced. So, anyways, what fragrance? Sauvage, Pat. Too challenging. I literally have no idea when I can pull it off. Sauvage, which Sauvage? Are you talking about the EDT, the EDP, or the Parfum? I don't like the EDT. Y'all know that, but I don't try to bash anybody. I always say wear what you love. But Sauvage EDT, it's not pleasurable for me. It's not enjoyable. I'm sure it gets compliments, but I know I mean I've tested it before, but I don't want to go anywhere smelling like that, like a party. The EDP is pretty nice, and the Parfum's not bad. But again, for me personally, I'd rather go with Blue de Chanel EDP, that one. And for me, if I did mess with blue fragrances, which again they're not really my thing, I'd go with Blue de Chanel EDP any day out of those fragrances. Let's see here. I need to learn more about oud. Yeah, there's a lot to learn. There's different trees, and there's multiple species of the trees. Those different types of oud trees that grow in different places in the world, and then there's the aging process, and then how people treat them and distill them. It all changes it all. And the aging supposedly changes things dramatically as well. So it's fascinating. It's a whole nother rabbit hole you can dive into. There's atars, there's oils, there's indie, there's niche, there's artistic weird niche, there's celebrities, there's affordable, discontinued. There's so many different ways you can enjoy fragrance. And hopefully we'll have more people who kind of dive into their little niche. If there's one a certain thing that people really like, I mean, there's so many fragrances and so much things to explore. Honestly, I would love to watch like somebody in Italy. I think I've said this before, or France, or they're so established. There's these little indie in-house perfumers and brands that don't really have websites. They don't really have an intention to do international shipping. And if you lived somewhere in a big city in Italy, you probably would have 10 fragrance companies inside your city that nobody's reviewed, nobody's talked about, and nobody has any idea what these brands are and have never heard of any of these fragrances. And you could talk about them and review them and put these fragrances on the market. And I think that would be a beautiful thing. In France, it's the same way. My goodness, if you live in Paris, France, you could make a whole, become a blogger, a critic. Just on talking about perfume and things that none of us have never tried, never talked about. So it's a beautiful thing. Anyways, Kareem, hey there, everybody. Smell of Truth is in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Smell of Truth, yes. Yes, Zoologist in general was tough. Yeah, Zoologist is a nice house. I thought that Dodo was nice and McKay. Um, what was the other ones? For ladies, Nightingale was pretty nice. Camels was a pretty darn good fragrance. Camel's probably the one I recommend the most to people. I thought Dragonfly was good. Don't know if I'm excited enough to buy it. But for me personally, Dragonfly was probably the one I liked the most. But it's a little bit linear, and for some of the niche heads, they actually disliked it. It is a little bit linear, and it can be obnoxious to some people, but it was probably my favorite zoologist so far. And a lot of people like squid, and I don't like inky fragrances, so that's really funny to see. We all have preferences. So, novelty scents. Oh goodness, oh, I don't want to get into that. That's some funny business right there. Zone is the Sauvage King. Oh, he is. I didn't know that. Sauvage King. What's Zone? What's your favorite Sauvage over there? And I was joking. Oh, Sauvage is really easy. Oh, sorry. See, you can fool me. Unless I remember, somebody's told me something explicitly, I'll forget, and you can trick me. Um, Dry humor. Oh, okay, dry humor. I got dry humor. Honestly, when I was younger, I liked to sometimes talk in riddles and be cryptic and stoic, and a lot of people don't understand that, especially these days. Some people think that's a problem, but I understand. I actually like dry humor. I just didn't know that you like Sauvage so much. So which Sauvage is your favorite? Um, I'm not sure which one. If I like the EDP or the Parfum more for Sauvage wise. Again, the EDP of the Bleu de Chanel probably is what I would go for. Small True says, haha, Chris, we all love your humor, even when we don't. Yeah, we're all here for you. Camel's gorgeous. Yeah, Camel's a great one from Zoologist. Solid fragrance for sure. Smell of Truth. Nice to see you, Ben. Hope you're all doing good. Hummingbird is a great feminine scent. Yeah, Hummingbird's nice. Hummingbird is really nice, and you're right. It does have that feminine quality about it, and they did a great job. Scent Assault says, I heard Panda was fairly easy to wear. I'd have to retry it to make sure, but I do think it was fairly easy. Not a little bit easier to wear than some of them were kind of daring, but I do think Panda's a little bit easy. I think that was one of the ones he kind of reformulated, or I think he changed it because at first Panda supposedly was very difficult to wear. So I forget, did they bring Bat back or not? I think they might have. I forget. Anyways, love the idea of interpreting animals into perfume. It is a nice idea, isn't it? For sure. It's a beautiful idea, and a lot of people love the cute little animals and they connect to it. And a lot of people have good memories with zoos and He's got a good thing going. I think recently, if y'all haven't seen, it's actually a brand new release that has been announced from Zoologist. It's called Musk Deer, and so it's supposed to be a musky and a malic fragrance. I'm pretty sure he's not using any of the natural, so he's not. I mean, no animals or no musk deer ingredients have actually been used, but I'm sure that he's trying to recreate that smell or get very close to it without actually, using any real animal ingredients in his fragrances. So I have smelled things that do have used real, deer tongue and deer musk, and honestly, it's powerful and it's kind of interesting, but to me, it's not that desirable, especially when you. I mean, I know that it can. I don't want to get into the politics or any of that details, but I would just avoid it pretty much. I won't. I won't get into the politics of that, but yeah. Let's see here. What's everyone's favorite Aventus style without being Aventus? Funny you asked that. I'm actually going to make a video and kind of regarding that topic. Great question. And I guess I'll spoil the video. Y'all are loyal people. Y'all probably, hopefully, will still watch the video. But it's Lamp Black from Bruno Fazzolari. It's a little bit incensey. It's not terribly smoky, but it's a little bit smoky, and it's my favorite for sure. I think it's well blended. It's nice. For the money, what's that brand called? I can't remember right now. I have to get back to you, but there's a clone house. If you want me to, I've done a review of them. I could talk about them again, but they have a smoky batch of Aventus, and that's probably my favorite. So I guess that doesn't really count though because it's actually a clone. So Octavot's pretty good. Octavot's pretty darn good from Nishane. Let's see here. Bull's. Oh, nice. Bull's blood is the most realistic scent that represents what's supposed to smell like. Have you tried? Yes, I have. Bull's blood by Imaginary Authors. I have tried that. It does smell pretty authentic. I've never actually killed a bull or a cow and smelled it. At least I don't remember I have. I've been around cows. I've actually been around a cow's skull. But have I actually smelled bull's blood? Not particularly, but you're right. It does smell pretty authentic to what blood smells like, and probably what a cow's, what any of that. Anyways, as a dairying fragrance, that's pretty unusual. That's the name of that fragrance probably scares a lot of people away. It is a pretty unusual fragrance. Again, it doesn't disgust me as a fragrance, but I don't think I'd want to wear it. It's just unusual. And I don't find it's not disgusting, but I just don't find it terribly pleasant either. So, but good, that is a suggestion, Calvin. If you're deep into niche, that's something to try. You could try that this year. Mel Smell Truth says, Chris, explain to me what you mean. What you mean by what you say. What's the name again? Something back a black lamp black. LAMP like lamp, like the good old moth meme. Lamp. So lamp black, and it's by Bruno Fazzolari. Not everybody knows about it. I really like the house of Bruno Fazzolari. It was one of my goals last year in 2020 to explore the house of Bruno Fazzolari. I managed to smell 4 or 5 of them or something. I didn't get to try all of them, but pretty respectable house guys. Bruno Fazzolari. Anyways, hopefully that made sense. Since okay, you got it. Good. I'm happy that you got it. Olfactory Zone says I'll DM you later. Absolutely. Let's all be friends with each other. Favorite movie? Really hard question. I'm a big fan of the Bourne trilogy. I don't know if y'all have seen those: The Bourne Identity, Supremacy, and Ultimatum. For some people, those are kind of old now. They're kind of boring, but for me, they're kind of classic. I connect to the feeling and the music, and I think they're very well made. And some people don't like the shaky camera that's in those, but I think the chase scenes are very well made. I like the energy. I like the tone. And again, it all depends on you. I've watched movies before, like recently. Some friends and family started watching like a drama series, but it's like a murder mystery, but it like slow pans. It goes like slow motion and on people's faces and like shows people's like emotions. And I mean, I could maybe handle that, but then it immediately goes into like them reacting and talking with each other, and it's just like more of this drama. and you don't really get like more in depth with the detective and the behind the scenes. It's more about seeing people's reactions and everybody reacting, and then I guess you somehow solve the crime with because you saw everybody cry or get sad or get angry or something. um yeah, see, we all like different things. Let's see here. Get to some of the comments. Want to try it now? Yeah, Lamp Black is really nice. It's probably my favorite. If you're looking for compliments, Pineapple Vintage Intense from the House of Parfums Vintage is probably the biggest compliment getter of vintage fragrance style wise out there. A lot of people have talked about it, including Jitsense. There's no doubt about it, and he helped most people know about that. He doesn't talk about it as much anymore. Don't know why that is, but you know everybody liked it, and when it was in its heyday. If you're deep into fragrances, and when you first spray it on your skin, it has this sour patchouli to it. It has that white clean patchouli, and a lot of people don't tend to like it. But if you let it settle down on your skin and you don't try to smell yourself and you just go throughout your day, it actually smells pretty darn nice and gets the compliments because it smells clean. It smells like acidic, almost sour pineapple. It's really good. Love Bourne, always a good watch, and Tombstone, absolutely. I love the Bourne series. 47 Ronin. Again, I don't know if they're B movies, but the movies I tend to like are action or adventure related. Like I liked Indiana Jones a pretty good amount when I was a kid, and I always like something that has action. It doesn't have to have explosions. It doesn't always have to have pews. Y'all know I'm joking about. YouTube's gonna get me again, uh, but I mean, I love 47. I like 10,000 BC. I liked Edge of Tomorrow. Those were some of my favorites for sure. Interstellar, 10 out of 10. That's solid. A nice one, Ronald. Absolutely. Hey, Olfacto Files. Good to see you. It's Tara, right? Hey, Tara. It's a pleasure to have you in here. How's it going, everybody? And again, if you didn't get to watch the Ruth Gifted Hands, I think it is, tag, after you watch this live, go out there. There's like 5 or 6 videos, and we're all trying to support, new fragrance reviewers and kind of support each other. And I thought that was a really nice thing and a good effort. So I'm wearing New York Fifth Avenue by Fragrance Dubois. Yeah, that came in our Scent Explorer bundle, didn't it? It leans more feminine from Fragrantica reviews, but I have been enjoying it a lot. Yeah, exactly. If somebody, don't ever let that influence you. Again, with gender and fragrances, I think a lot of us are starting to realize if you like it, you like it. My motto, wear what you love. My motto, I guess, encompasses that. When I made that little motto, it was more about people wearing fragrances because you like it, not because other people in the fragrance community, or again, I don't want to target one really big fragrance reviewer, but I mean, it wasn't against him, but especially when again he went after me, I kind of put a chip on my shoulder. So I guess it's against him. Nobody's an authority. No, I mean to tell you that a fragrance is bad or that your fragrance is bad. You wear what you like. If it's curve, if it's jupe, if it's something that people make fun of, or if it's something that everybody likes, or some people say is too expensive. No matter what it is, you wear what you like, and because this fragrance experience, it's ultimately about you. Compliments are nice. I recognize that, especially a young guy who's trying to get attention, get noticed, be attractive and all that. I mean, I realized, and I was right there just a couple years ago in college. I was wearing Invictus by Paco Rabanne and Dylan Blue by Versace and all that stuff. So I know what is going on there. But again, you know, ultimately, fragrance to me is about wearing what you really like. And if you feel good and you're dressed right and you're smell, I mean, most fragrances aren't disgusting anyways, so you'll probably get the compliments anyways, if you're being social and all that. So wear that New York Fifth Avenue. Wear it, man. Fragrance Dubois is not cheap though. Hope you got the money to get yourself a bottle. That's not cheap juice right there. Olfactory Zone, good to see ya. Again, and everybody popping in. Smell of Truth. Olfactophiles Tara says, I'm wearing YSL Libre Intense. That's nice. That's a nice one. I do need to explore and give Yves Saint Laurent even more of a chance. I haven't tried many of their newer fragrances, so George is in the house. It's an honor, George. Is that the original George, the real George? George is in the house. Everybody stand up. Wanted to stop by and say, hey, Happy New Year, and New Year, Benjamin. Interstellar was incredible. Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know if you like Monty Python and the Holy Grail, but we were talking about movies, and you had to say Happy Knee, so a happy knee to you, George. I don't know if you'll get that joke, but we demand a shrubbery. That's a good movie, guys. If you don't know about Monty Python, The Holy Grail, that one is always a good movie. If anybody, it's always a good time to hang out and watch that. So, Happy New Year, George. Happy birthday. Happy New Year. Whose birthday is it? I got that in my head now. Uh, and someone went after you. I don't want to talk about it again. When I got to about 500 followers on YouTube, or subscribers, whatever you call them. I did it the hard way. I wasn't friends with anybody. I didn't even know that the Facebook fragrance community existed. I only knew of 5 or 10 other fragrance reviewers. At that point, almost 2 years ago, there were numbers and numbers of fragrance reviewers had come and gone. But I thought I was one of the very few. I thought I was trailblazing, and I was doing my own thing. And this one really big fragrance reviewer, pretty much the biggest. I don't want to start drama. I've talked about it before. Sometimes he gets in a mood. Some people say other things about his personal life. I don't know about that. I won't say anything about that. But he was in one of his moods, and he made a video called "Why You Shouldn't Wear What You Love." He deleted it. He does hot take videos, but it was definitely about me and my motto. And he's again. Some people have thrown shade and in the community, and I don't try to focus on that negative stuff. People have made fun of, again, I'm sure that there are niche snobs out there, but I haven't met too many of them. I've seen people who try to, kind of beat up on the niche people or beat up on the oud people and stuff like that. I don't see a lot of the niche heads telling people that their $20 fragrance is bad. I don't really see that. So, anyways, preach, George. Says, yeah, I thank you for the support, man. I respect that, and thank you. That means a lot, George. How you been doing over there, though? Did you have a happy New Year? Sorry, y'all got me on that topic. I don't even want to go there. That's not what this year is about. It's about blazing trails, making a future, and no limits. Some people might see somebody as an authority in your field or your job or your career or whatever you're thinking about. You become the boss. You can do whatever you want. So don't let anything hold you down. Anyways, you're totally right, Benjamin. I'm wearing men's fragrance. Yeah, sometimes wear whatever you want. Exactly. And I think we're getting away from genders again. Hopefully, everybody already knows this, and I've tried to be very clear about it. If I do suggest a gender, it's only a very light suggestion because some people, at least in my world, they that's one of the first things they ask. And a lot of people still think that way. Amouage still makes fragrances, Amouage, Journey Man, Reflection Man, and they make the feminine versions, Reflection Woman, and all their other fragrances. So they intentionally make a line of fragrances just for the men, and they put their own twist on it and make a line just for the woman. So there's still people who think like this, but of course you can wear anything you want. There's no reason. I mean, I might personally feel a certain way for what I want to wear. Like I personally don't feel confident wearing peach or some of the fragrances that are like a pink sugar fragrance or something like that. But I mean, more power to the guys who do. If that makes you happy as a guy, I mean, I respect that. So yeah, I think we're getting away from that. I think the fragrance community is moving in the right direction. I've already talked about, us as a fragrance community kind of accepting fragrance reviewers, uh, reviewing fragrances from couple samples. Again, we've made some big movements when I first got into the fragrance game, and one of the reasons why I started a channel, but kind of getting into the wear what you love discussion and my motto, honestly, I just talked about that a little bit, but one of the reasons is because if anybody said you should wear a fragrance, it really wasn't, they didn't use the word compliment. It was about being attractive. It was about panty droppers. And I don't want to get into the bet if that's good or bad as a term, or respectful or not. Of course, respect to the ladies, but a lot of guys were saying you have to wear this because such and such ladies will like it, or ladies. And again, that's an important factor to a lot of guys, and I understand that. But I'm not going to wear a fragrance just because I think ladies are going to like it, even though that can be a motivation. If you're going on a date night, you might want to think about that. But but every single time I go outside, I'm not thinking about, is this fragrance going to be attractive to the lady I walk by on the street? That's not the way I think. And a lot of people got really mad at me. I mean, I just mentioned it once. I didn't attack anybody. I just put my opinion out there, and it was kind of nice. It was just like, this is how I do it, and some people got really mad about it, and it kind of started some drama. So it was a small time drama. I think nobody would know about it. Nobody would talk about it these days. But that's one of the reasons I started my channel. Really is. Let's see here. It's Beef Disc, and you should post a collection video. Okay, yeah, a lot of y'all do want a collection video. I have gone. It was a while ago. How many months ago was it? I did a live and I talked about every single fragrance in my collection. I showed it to you guys. When I do those, I have to take either I can show you the boxes because I keep most of my fragrances in boxes, or I have to unbox, I don't know, 50 fragrances for you. But if you want that, I can do a whole collection video for you guys one of these days, and I'd be happy to if that's something y'all want to see. Be happy to. I know who he is. I won't mention names either. Exactly. I'm not trying to give power to these people. They already got a lot of or whatever they want. But I'm trying to focus on me, and I'm focused on my dreams and goals. Exactly. You're trailblazing. Exactly. And that's what we got to do. No chains, no limits. Don't let anybody hold you down, my friends. Calvin says, I think I ran into your reviews in Fragrantica. Solid writing. I appreciate that. I haven't written any Fragrantica reviews in a while. Again, I don't know why. Maybe it was because I didn't get the chat. Y'all might think I'm actually really chatty, or y'all might think I'm really good at having conversations. I actually, as a kid, really didn't speak a lot. One time I tried to sing, and I actually pretty much couldn't sing because I didn't really talk to people a lot, or didn't have the opportunity a lot. Again, a little bit more, not terribly rural, still a city in the South, but just in a community, in a family, and people who really didn't have big conversations and didn't dive into conversation and talk about lots of deep topics or issues or anything. So um, I actually am a lot better, and I can communicate very well through text and writing. And I probably should try to be a writer. I've thought about it and I've attempted to, but I've never actually put a book out there. But I can definitely write. If y'all, I mean, y'all might not believe it, but I can write pretty well. Let's see here, but I appreciate that, Calvin. Smell of Truth says he's still in a weird mood. If I'm being honest, yeah. If y'all know who I'm talking about, I mean, he's always in some kind of mood. You never know, but every once in a while he'll get in one of those moods where he kind of tears somebody down, and I don't want to get into that. And if y'all know who I'm talking about, y'all know. And I don't want to shoot shots, but I guess I will do a small one here. The guy's kind of a bully. Sometimes he is, and y'all know exactly who I'm talking about. And the guy kind of, and he recently did some things, and a couple fragrance reviewers talked about because essentially it had to do with religion. And I'm not really too much into religion, but I kind of understand where they're coming from, and it is something that possibly needs to be talked about. But one of the things that set me off, and I'm not going to make a video about it. Again, I'm not going to give power to this guy, but he kind of I don't know if he was doing it for the algorithm to grow, or if I don't know if he was trying to mock the guy, but he was kind of taking some of the gestures and the speak and the mannerisms of Aaron Terrence Hughes. And I don't really, again, I don't keep up with this guy's content. I really don't. Every once in a while, something will pop up. Y'all have that like intuition, or you pop into something and something pops up on your phone or something in life, and you have this idea, and then it like leads you to a thought, and it leads you to find something that needs to be talked about. And I know that some of these people, it's happened to them before. So if anybody treats you like that, don't focus on them. And a lot of that is probably going to happen this year. There's going to be a lot of people struggling financially and all these things. Exactly. You have to focus on what your goals and your dreams, because if you fight everybody else who's struggling, I mean, you're never going to be able to pull yourself out. Everybody fighting each other over scraps is not how you create a better future for you, your family, and everybody else. So, fragrance is gender neutral. Exactly. Yeah, fragrance really doesn't have to be that way. Some fragrances might help an individual feel a certain way, but of course, there's no gender designated fragrances. A certain note, lily of the valley doesn't have to be feminine. Tobacco doesn't have to be masculine. You all know what I'm talking about. So, Small of Truth says full of positivity. Absolutely. We got to be positive. We got to. Absolutely. Um, Strength Kareem. I know what you're joking about there. We won't get into that, but yeah, strength and bro fist. Ben, any progress on your soap? I have made some. I actually bought the ingredients I need to make in the full stages. I practiced enough. I think I'm to the point to actually make soap that I think is sellable. I thought I made actually a bunch of it, and then I realized that I wanted to put even more into them and improve how it looks. So and make it all organic. So I have enough soap for me personally. Stuff I don't think I could sell for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, but I am going to get that together. It doesn't necessarily offend me, but there is no fragrance in the world that makes me feel attracted to a man, but that wasn't already attracted to otherwise. I respect that, absolutely. Some ladies, a fragrance isn't gonna do it, and just that's not might not be enough. Tara, you might be an intelligent lady, and I know that you are, and for intelligent ladies, a fragrance is not going to be enough to seal the deal, or even to just get attention. So yeah, but I know that some ladies it does. I have met ladies where that might be, but you know, if you're a lady of class, you know, fragrance is not enough. Hey Amina, hey everybody, hey, good to see you, Amina. Olfactophiles, everybody. Hey Tara, hey everybody. Sounds like a deep chat. I don't try to go too deep, but I mean sometimes I do. Maybe my chats are too deep. I'm sorry. If I do, we jump into topics, we jump into discussions, and then we bring out a little bit of, sometimes it takes a little bit off the chest, and I did a little bit of that tonight, not too much, but if y'all know what I'm talking about, and it just helps me heal perhaps a little bit, helps y'all just a little bit, hopefully. So wear what you like, regardless of the gender. Exactly. Wear whatever the heck you like. Find it. If it smells good, wear it. No, and that's always funny. That if you go to a store and there's a sales representative, and I'll never forget. I personally wasn't buying any of them, but I did want to smell them and understand them. And I went to my local, I think it was a Dillard's, I forget, it might have been a Macy's, and I was asking to smell all the feminine fragrances, and and they assumed that I was looking for stuff to buy for me. It was funny because as somebody who's at the sales counter, you could have asked, like, maybe I was looking to buy a fragrance for a lady. They have no idea, but they were like, they thought it was strange. They went along with it, and they could tell that I really was passionate about fragrances. But people around here, you know, I mean, they just don't talk about things. They say what smells good. They just buy whatever, and they run off and and have a day and drink beer. Katie says, "Wow, what's that's mean." Yeah. Oh yes, you know me. I wear anything. Now I want to know what you're talking about. Oh no, I won't get into it. I've talked about it before. You can find some of my other lives if you want to. George, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I've talked about it before. You know what I'm talking about. Olfactophile says, "Lol." I'm curious. Yeah, George has got it. Y'all know that George knows. George is smart, and I've joked about it before. I'm curious, George. That was my guess because he said biggest. Yeah, biggest. And it's happened a couple of times, and I don't even try to get into it, but there's a myriad of issues. There's a number of them, but Katie, a good nose knows no gender, color or creed. Yeah, that's it. That's a great. That's even better. And I haven't seen anybody suggest that. I mean, any of those other ones, but it's true. Don't let anybody limit you. Come on, Oz. Oh, like Mr. Oz, yeah, with the magic curtain. Well, I mean, I just talked about it, and again, I'm trying to get through all the comments, but George was right on it. George, I mean, you were right on it. I'm excited about your soap, Benjamin. whatever you create. I hope so. I hope that it's something. There are natural soap companies out there, but I don't know of any that are. Again, I don't want. I guess I don't want to spill all my beans, but and give y'all. Again, you're supposed to do things before you say all of them. But again, something that's organic, something that's made with more natural ingredients, and again made by somebody who knows smells very well and is like blending smells together, essentially like special fragrant soaps. And again, I'm starting off trying to start small, but I essentially, soaps for fragrance lovers, essentially made out of natural, healthy ingredients that are better for you. So it kind of does a myriad of things. It's about the smell, but it's also about your health. And I don't know of a lot of brands who are intentionally trying to create like natural, botanical soaps for certain health, for certain reasons. So very cool. My sister-in-law makes soap. It's labor intensive. It is a labor of love. It's not the easiest thing to do, and you have to learn how to do it, and it takes some patience. So I used to make glycerin soap. It's a gas. What's funny is not much of a soap user, but my friend swore by it. Yeah, natural soap has definitely helped me with my skin. It's made a big difference in my life, and it makes me feel better. I love the smells. I got 14% power, so hopefully I'll be able to get through all these comments. We've been on here for an hour, so been having a pretty good discussion. I might be intelligent. Exactly. Again, I feel so bad because sometimes when I say things, I want it to come across the right way. Tara, absolute respect to you. I hope my personality and how I come across is very respectful, because I know that sometimes, if especially with some people, yeah, I come off the wrong way. I know that you are. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. You know, brush teeth. Brushing. Yeah. Brushing your teeth and looking good and having good hygiene is better than having a nice fragrance. That'll get you more attention and work better for you if you're trying to be attractive. Factophile says definitely, Chris. Shower, brush your teeth, be nice and funny. Yeah, intelligent. Absolutely. Releases is good. Whenever I hear people talk about making soap, I think of Fight Club. Oh no, Ronald. Oh, don't go there. You're not supposed to talk about it. Let's see here. Amina says I always go through that when I threw a bottle of an Ateus. The sales ladies were perplexed. Exactly. A- Anateus, for a lot of people, it does feel very masculine to some people, and I can see some people feeling that way. But of course, if you can wear it and if you enjoy it, more power to you, Amina. Anateus is a very confident fragrance. You must be, yeah, I mean, you are a very confident lady. See, I did it again. Factory Zone says I try to keep it secret, throw people off. Oh, you're the jokester. I know Benjamin, and know that whatever makes people will purchase. Oh, well, y'all are too kind. Now we know. Any good deodorant recommendations? I know that there's some natural brands out there, but I haven't really bought them. There are some people who are making it more naturally. I don't know. Maybe I could get into that, but again, I just want to focus on the soap. Maybe that's something I could get into. I used to put a little soap in my drawer for sachets. I'm not honestly. I'm not sure what that means. So you'll have to help me understand, because I guess I'm just uneducated. Um, like a natural one. Asking 2020 Creed Aventus batch was a huge letdown. Why are so many reviewers talking about this issue? Is your name Saeed or Sajid? I'm not sure, but Zachariah. Thank you for bringing that up. Again, I don't know, and I don't want to accuse other fragrance reviewers of being on people's payrolls, or I don't know the details. I don't know who is paid or not paid, or if people are paid, but I think that they don't want to hurt review their reviewers' feelings. If lots of people are passionate and love Creed, and maybe they don't want to hear the bad news, and a lot of people are still buying into Creed and think it's a great thing. I think us as fragrance reviewers have a responsibility to the viewers. If it's essentially YouTube Fragcom built. I mean, yes, Creed has a history. Yes, Creed already had success, but Creed was built by YouTube, Fragrance Fragcom. There's no doubt about it. Green Irish Tweed, Millesime Imperial, Aventus, all of that. Would Creed have been successful, especially with Aventus? Yes, but was it built by essentially Fragcom? I think so. I mean, I again, Creed might not like me saying that, and Creed already probably doesn't like me. But I think we got to have a responsibility. Creed has been changed their formula with Creed Aventus and with all their fragrances. They've cheapened them. They don't use as much of the ambergris they were using. Now it's like this musk accord, maybe with a tiny bit of ambergris, or it's ambergris like. But they've cheapened a lot of their fragrances, and they don't smell like they're used to. And some people might say my nose is bad. I mean, I smell lots of fragrances and I smell beautiful things all the time. And for what you're paying for Creed, is Creed a bad house? It's not bad, but especially if you're paying retail, I don't think it's worth the money. Spill your beans, Ben. Jeremy, so he has, or so he has claims. No, I don't want to get into it. I'm just, it's just old news, and I was bringing it up again because, again, if you put yourself out on this platform, essentially, I was trying to get at a principle, and again, maybe I talk too loosely, and again, sometimes me talking loosely gets me in trouble, Tara. So again, of respect. So essentially, I was just talking about the principle that people are going to try to tear you down. And there's going to be trolls. There's going to be somebody sad. There's going to be somebody who's jealous. There's going to be somebody in your life who tells you that you're wasting your time, liking, you're getting into the hobby, or becoming a YouTuber, or trying to do whatever you're trying to do. There's going to be somebody who tries to tear you down, and that's essentially what I was getting at. But I do want to mention it because I think it's very surprising. Again, that again, I don't want to get on the back of or try to shoot shots at the guy, but I try to build everybody up and I try to support everybody and build up the community. And it's funny that you actually see every once in a while you'll see some people actually if when and especially when they're a bigger channel, try to almost bully somebody who's smaller. It's a shame. Yes, Benjamin, you're good. It made me laugh. Okay. Thank that's a relief off my shoulder. My husband uses Magsol. I'm not what is that? I like native, but eventually it broke. I think Magsol. I'll have to Google. I don't even know what that is. Y'all are talking on another level, so I got to get educated. I avoid anything with magnesium. It ruins my white shirts and tees. I don't even know what Magsol is. Creed have been messed up lately. They have, and they've been bought out. And in the future, I mean, they've already cheapened their fragrances with the ambergris. Again, they're taking away some of the natural components and trying to cheapen it with musk. Aventus has already been messed up. They're probably going to find ways to cheapen some of their other fragrances. And Aventus, the 10th anniversary edition, they changed the DNA and they essentially are testing the waters for Aventus flankers. And again, I don't know if we will get Aventus flankers, but I think it looks like we're headed in that direction. It really does to me personally. So I don't know if we'll get there. Oh, and Amina, thank you for the $5. I wasn't expecting that. I'm very grateful, and that means a lot. On usually, if I get a donation, it pops up on the top right, but for some reason the $5 didn't pop up. Maybe YouTube doesn't like how I'm speaking. So I don't know. I don't know what YouTube is gonna. They might do something against me, but yeah, yeah. Creed. They've been bought out just like Mugler, and I've tried to raise the alarm and I've tried to get the word out. And I think that us as a fragrance reviewer, one of the things you do is help the consumer. That's at least that's one of the big things my channel is about, helping people find what is a good value, what's worth the money, what's not worth the money. Are people putting good ingredients into it? Is it a good value for the quality, for the price? How much are you getting in the bottle? What's the concentration? And especially if there's reformulations in that, I do my best to try to stay on top of all that stuff. So like a dealer, they get us hooked on the good stuff and give us inferior. Yeah, and they cheat us, that's for sure. That's how it goes. Let's see here. Oh, well, that's the one. Although, yeah, he doesn't seem to have an issue, but I'm not. Okay, I'll have to look into that Maxol. Again, Y'all are talking about new stuff. But again, we all help each other. I didn't even know about the Magsol. Carly Warley's in the house. Carly, so good to see you. I'm late. You are late. I probably have about 5% power. Probably have to go soon. Looks like I'm late to the party. And again, if y'all don't know, Tara's a fragrance reviewer. A lot of these good people are. They're fragrance reviewers, and please check out their YouTube, and they're active on Instagram. Support these good people. Share the love. I did mention that before. I'm sorry. Say better to have a showed up. Yeah, better late than never. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, I hope that you're doing good. Drinking responsibly, and living it up there. Carly, how's life treating you? Hello, Carly Warley. Absolutely. Hello. Oh wow, didn't know yeah, they did. They got bought, and I've tried to mention it before in lives, and again, the word's not going to get out. I'm just a small fragrance reviewer. I mean, again, some the fragrance community is so small, and some people think I'm big. I mean, I don't have enough influence to reach out and get the news out there, but I've tried to talk about Mugler and Creed and some of these brands, and there's a lot of funny business that happens, but I try to get the word out. So yes, Benjamin, more of that will. Yeah, Creed is going to do even worse, and they're going to find a way. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's like sometimes you begin to notice that your hamburger is smaller from McDonald's or whatever. This is just an example. They'll incrementally sometimes make things smaller to the point where it's like they'll they're it's essentially maximizing profits, and it makes sense, but at the same time it's bad business in my opinion. They put out something great, and they'll make things small enough to the point where you almost think it's too small, but it's good enough. So used to the Whopper, the Big Mac used to be giant, but they'll make it smaller and cheap and kind of cheapen it by making it a smaller burger until the point, and they'll stop at the point where if they made it any smaller, you might not think it's worth buying anymore. So fragrance companies can do the same things. They can take back some of the more expensive ingredients or some of the naturals. I got 5% power less. My screen just dimmed on my phone. So yeah, it's gonna get worse. Someone left a comment on my video saying, saying a giveaway I had during life because it was a travel spray, and you were like, you don't have to enter. It's like, yeah, you don't have to enter. Why are you commenting? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because there's going to be a bunch of fragrance reviewers who come into the game this year, and hopefully we're all supportive. We all love each other. We all support each other. These tags are a great way for us to all encourage and support and build up each other. And there are going to be people who pop up. I've had trolls come in and they try to target my insecurities, and there's people with ghost profiles, and they pop up consistently. You don't know who they are. They're nameless, or they're pretty much faceless people, but they can try to get you where it hurts. And for some reason, some people are like out there, but we're definitely here to all support each other. So, well, I ended up deleting the comment. Yeah, yeah, and sometimes it could be innocent, but sometimes people just try to start a fight for no reason. So who knows who that is? That could be Tara. That could be somebody from high school who doesn't like you anymore, or maybe was jealous for some reason. Who knows? What about Mugler? Anyone know the quality went down with L'Oreal in the last years? Pure Vaughn. Yeah, the longevity's not as good. There was already some reformulations, kind of like Pure Malt. Supposedly used to be more boozy in the opening. I love Pure Malt. I still kind of wish I had a bottle, but if it was a little bit boozier off the top, I would love it. But supposedly it used to be a lot stronger and even boozier. I wish I had a vintage bottle of Pure Malt by Mugler. I would adore that thing. Yeah, most seems weaker now. Alien definitely is. Yeah, it definitely is, and that's a shame because Mugler's Angel Muse was one of the best fragrances I recommended to the ladies. Hopefully, they won't mess it up too much, but they probably will eventually. Um, if you guys don't know, there's a new house. I'm about to. My phone's about to die. I got like 4% power, but I'm gonna try to get through the comments as quick as I can. Much love, everybody. If I disappear, happy New Year. Hopefully you had good holidays. I hope that everybody's safe and well and enjoying life. Lift your spirits. Focus on the good. Make those dream happens. Again, get a journal. Write down some goals. Think about some small steps you can take. Don't get overwhelmed that you're not there yet with what you want, but write down what a small goal and a small step, and do something small every day, and get there. And we have time on our hands, so just reflect a little bit. We all know Zaharov. Yeah, George has got the magic. George has got the magic over there. I found you from the Artisan. I love those, and Kalinga. That's one of those fragrances that helped me even more be confident with myself. Kalinga I described as a pretty fragrance. It has frangipani, and I actually think it's beautiful. Ladies, you might love it, but I actually think it's very nice. It's clean, it's pretty, and I wear it. And I joke and I say it makes me smell pretty. And some guys got mad at me in the comment sections and say that I, as a guy, shouldn't be saying that I want to smell pretty. So I was joking about it, but some people do want to, I don't know, be a guy and say Anateus is just for men. Some people out there like that. Haha, Chris, the moment you were in the group chat, you heard him. Wild word. Lowell. Anyways, love hanging out. Absolutely. I hope that everybody had a good conversation. Thanks, Ben. You rock. You too, Katie. Much love to everybody. Love you, Angel Muse EDP. Thanks for your recommendation. Yeah, Carly, I'm happy that you got a good bottle before they messed with it too much. And I know that you enjoy your bottle with the chocolate. We're chalky lovers and chocolate lovers over here. George, much love, George. Again, happy New Year, and I hope that everybody starts it off right and bright. And thanks for spending a little bit of time with me. Again, it's so good to have y'all. Y'all are so good friends, and it means a lot. Yes, thanks, Ben. Love to everyone. Yes, True Words. Still have to smell that one. Well, get your nose on it before it's too late. It has a unique, almost like an earthy patchouli. It has this beautiful feminine. Again, anybody can wear it, but to me, it has that beautiful kind of quality about it, and it has a really nice chocolate. So, very nice fragrance. Would love